Hey, this is Nessa on ESL Top 10. Got a question. Have you ever learned the expression, how do you do? How do you do? Well, if you have, I want you to take that expression and throw it in the garbage because unless you're meeting the Queen of England, you do not want to use it. Why? Because it is unnatural. Now, listen, if you have a date with the Queen, go ahead and use it. Oh, Your Majesty, how do you do? That's fine. But really, you want to sound natural. So in this lesson, I am going to share 10 super common English expressions that I could not live without. So this lesson is going to be a little bit different for you, but also for me, because I've never done one of these before, where we're going to do a listen and repeat. So I am going to use an expression. I'll introduce it, and then I'll explain a little bit, and then I'm going to say it again, and then I want you to repeat it out loud. And I really want you to sound like a mini Nessa, a mini me, okay? So here we go, starting with number 1, how's it going? How's it going means how are you? How are things? So here we go. I'm going to say it and then you will have your turn. Okay? Here we go. How's it going? Great. How are you? Number 2. This is good for a Monday morning. How was your weekend? How was your weekend? It was great. So now I'm going to say it and you're going to repeat. How was your weekend? Awesome. My weekend was awesome. How about you? Number 3, this is a great expression if you haven't seen someone for a while. I will give you the expression and also a follow-up sentence, and I want you to repeat both. So here is the expression, long time no see. How have you been? So now I'm going to say it again, and then it's your turn. It's over to you. Here we go. Long time no see. How have you been? I've been great. How about you? How are things? Number 4. This one is if someone has just gone through something that perhaps was a little bit challenging. So you can change the word in the middle. You'll understand in a second. So here we go. Let's say your friend or someone you know that they've just had a job interview or they've just taken a test, or perhaps they had a presentation at work. So you could say, how did your job interview go? How did the test go? How did the presentation go? So here we go. I'm going to say one and then you repeat after me. How did the interview go? It was really good. Thanks so much for asking. Actually, ... Number 5. So this one is another way of saying, how are you, basically. So I'll say it and then you repeat. Are you ready? How are things? Hey, how are things? Good, yeah. Actually, Sean just got a promotion. And then you carry on from there. Number 6. You know this one, I'm sure, but are you using it enough? Are you ready? Hey, what's up? Yeah, same old, same old. Not much. Good, things are really good. Thanks for asking. So what's up? Not much. Same old, same old. Number 7. This is a really common one. I don't know, everybody seems to be saying it. We're at the school I work at these days. Are you ready? It has to be on a Friday for the first one. Here we go. Happy Friday. Hey, good morning. Happy Friday. Awesome. Now you can also use this to be ironic if it's a Monday, okay? You could say, hey, happy Monday. Okay, number 8. So you ran into someone. Hey, how's it going? Yeah, things are really good. You've chatted for a minute or so, and now you want to wrap things up. It's time for you to go, to part ways. So you could say, I'll say it once, and then you repeat. Here's the phrase. It was great to see you. Yeah, you too. Oh, give me a hug. Oh, see you soon. Okay, so one more time. It was great to see you. You could even change it to, it was so good to see you. Okay, yes, you're going for an Oscar, okay? Don't be afraid to put a little bit of emotion in there. Number 9, instead of saying goodbye, I guess I use it, but not very often, goodbye. It sounds a little too formal for me. Maybe bye. But here's another one you could use, see you or see you later. But watch your pronunciation. This is what it often sounds like. I'll say it once and then it's your turn. See ya. Okay, how about this one? See you later. Great. And then number 10, this one you can use, of course, in a conversation, but I also use these 2 actually phrases in texts, like as my last sort of sentence or phrase, and also informal emails to friends and even coworkers. So here we go. I'll say it once, you repeat. Take care. Or let's do the end of the conversation, okay? It was so good to see you. Yeah, you too. Okay, take it easy. Awesome. Okay, if you actually did the 10 repeats, bravo, because there's nothing like real life practice. And if you repeat them a few times, they'll seem more natural when you start using them in your everyday little conversations, those meets and greets that, unless you live in a box, you're going to see people and you want to say hello and you don't want to sound like, how do you do, right? Or goodbye, good afternoon to you, sir. So make sure to keep it natural and get your practice in. And by the way, if you are a lover of informal, real life English, make sure you get the freebie that comes along with this lesson. You'll see 5 mini conversations that you can practice reading out loud. You can practice reading them out loud with yourself, or better yet, get a buddy over to help you out. So this is Nessa on ESL Top 10, and I encourage you to subscribe if you found this lesson helpful. Catch you next time. Take care.